Hi everybody, this is just a quick tutorial on how I do a simple contour and highlight. So I'm using the minimal products and using the easiest techniques. So this is a great beginner's way of learning how to contour and highlight. So of course, as always, I'm going to prime my face with a nice smooth primer. And then I'm going to use a foundation that matches my skin the best at the moment. I have a little bit of a tan, so I'm using a slightly darker shade of foundation. So I'm just dotting that on my face and then using a flat top stippling brush. And I'm just going to buff that into the skin. Now at the moment I am having a little bit of a breakout and I feel like I say this in every video, but sometimes my skin just does not like me, and this is one of those days. So I'm just buffing that all over the skin and a little bit down my neck as well to blend the foundation into my skin. Now I'm going to use a slightly lighter concealer, and this is my LA Girl concealer. I'll put all the details down below, but this is a fantastic concealer, very, very easy to use. It's got its own brush applicator, so it's very user-friendly and easy because you don't need any brush to apply it. So I'm just putting that under my eyes and dragging it right up to my temples, the middle of my forehead, my nose, above my lip, chin, and also underneath as well. So wherever I haven't highlighted is where I'm going to put my contour color. So now I'm just blending that in with the same brush that I blend my foundation in. And as you can see, I'm using swiping motions as well as dabbing motions, especially under the eye. Because it's sped up, you can't see it, but I am dabbing it into the skin. Now I'm just going to go over with that same concealer over my blemishes. Now these blemishes have already had their worst moments, so they're not unhygienic at the moment. So that's only why I'm using the same applicator. If I was having a really bad breakout, I wouldn't use a brush applicator. I would use my finger instead. So now I'm just blending that with my finger because that's the best way to blend a concealer and also to give it the fullest coverage possible. So now I'm just going to set all of that with my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder, and I'm just dabbing that with my kabuki brush and especially concentrating on the areas that I just concealed, so under the eyes, and also I'm pressing the powder into the areas where I concealed the blemishes because I want the concealer to hold the coverage as long as possible on those areas. Now I'm using this NYX Blush in Taupe and this tapered highlighting brush from Sigma. This brush is fantastic for getting into the crevices that I need the contour to go into. So I'm just finding my natural contour there, and you can also pull the fish face if you're finding it a little bit hard to find your natural contour. So I'm just putting that there in those areas and then also under the jawline. Now this is going to slim down my face, and so if any of you ladies have had a bit too much over the Christmas holidays, this is a fantastic way of covering up any little double chins that may have developed over the holidays. So now I'm just putting it in the temple area, and also now I'm just putting the shadow down the nose to narrow my nose a little bit. And just brushing over that to blend it. Now this is a cool little trick. This will make your bottom lip look nice and plump by putting some shadow under your bottom lip. Now I'm just taking a clean, bigger brush and just blending over that just to soften the lines, and then I'm also going to go over it with a bronzer to blend it out even further. So now I'm going to focus on my nose. So I'm taking that same concealer and going down the sides of it and right down the middle of my nose. So this is going to help it look a little bit more, I suppose, slimmer and a little bit more natural. So it's very important to make sure you blend everything really well together so it doesn't look like you've done anything to it with makeup. Now I'm just going back and blending it all just to make sure it's all nice and seamless. Now I'm just going to do my collarbones. This is a fantastic trick if you would like to make your collarbones stand out a little bit more. Just pop a little bit of that shadow under the collarbones and it will make them protrude. So now I'm just taking this bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. It's got a tiny bit of shimmer, but nothing too over the top. And it gives you this really beautiful, healthy, summery glow. So I'm really working that into the brush and tapping it off. Now I'm going to work just slightly above the contour, so where the sun would hit your face. So I'm just going back and forth, blending in circular motions, straight up and down, and then I'm going to go same side, same thing on the other cheek I should say, and then I'm going to go all over the face, so with whatever's left on the brush, just because when you get a bit of a tan it doesn't hit you in one specific area, it sort of gets you on all of the different points of your face. So I'm blending that on the forehead, on the cheekbones, down the nose, just everywhere. Okay guys, so that's the finished look. I hope I helped you today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.